is equal to Beyonce. They are Indian. Period.
Hey guys, welcome back. We got another video and we're continuing with part 2 with the power, the fame, the fears and everything. I got my favorite Jen and Juice here and my sister Neek, and we're going to we're talking about the industry in the whole, so it's a lot of different things we're going to be talking about. But Jen and Juice is talking about, now we're speaking on Beyonce's dad in the Chloe Holly thing, or if I'm even saying their name correctly.
Chloe and Haley.
Yeah, Jen. Now, how did that even go? I thought that was rude what he said.
Yes,
kinda.
I definitely feel like at the end of the day, everybody's entitled to their opinion. You can say whatever you want to say. But I think a lot of the times it's how you bring across that message. And I think this case is a prime example of that. If anybody didn't know, Cynthia's going to go ahead and insert that clip. And after you see it, you will see how Beyonce's dad was very nasty in the way that he compared Chloe to Beyonce, because I guess a lot of people are saying that she's the next Beyonce. Now, I don't think he should have brought Chloe down like that in order to praise Beyonce. Yes, we know that's your daughter. Yes, we know that you're proud of her and everything. But it's the way that you do it. It's very nasty. And I'm sure Beyonce herself probably cringed watching that, knowing that you're bringing down another young African-American, artist when it's already a struggle to make it in the industry, and you're just throwing salt on her name.
Yeah, and at first, before I even heard it, and before I listened to it, I'm like, well, who is he talking about? Is it somebody like just saying something? No, that's ignorant. That's stupid. Did you not hear that? That was, Are you serious? I mean, I understand you're a dad, but you're too old with the way that you look. You should be, the older you get, the wiser. You didn't have to say it like that. That was just, come on now. You could have been a little bit nicer about it. Or you ain't even have to say nothing at all. Just like, you know what? She sounds good. Now, you know what? Not do and just even, but you know what too? Ginger, I was going to say, I know, I guess when Whitney Houston was doing her thing, then Mariah Carey, people was trying to say, okay, Mariah Carey was the next Whitney Houston. And so she went and said, no, we don't even have the same voice. And I think that is insulting sometimes when you got certain people just to say like, you're the next, or you're the next, even if you're feeling really good about that. But the person, because when you said to say, no, I'm myself, we totally hit two different types of notes. And, sometimes they don't want to be compared to nobody. Well, when you get that high, they don't want to be. But with him, I know he don't care. He does little things, and then we all know how he does.
I think that's a stupid thing to say, mainly because that's somebody's opinion, and somebody's always going to be compared to somebody. LeBron James is constantly compared to Michael Jordan. You got, Chris Brown constantly compared to Michael Jackson. Yeah.
I don't know why.
I mean, I think it's the singing.
It's the dancing.
You know what I mean? Then, the type of crowds that they're able to, to
like Michael Jackson loved James Brown for the moves. They just,
right. And regardless of the fact, people see certain things and people, they're going to compare you. Yeah. And I don't see, where the girl is the next Beyonce as far as, music wise, but maybe it's more of like, okay, she's able to touch so many people. And, at this time for like an R&B or singing in general for an African-American woman, it's not what it used to be. I mean, name 5 that are on a really top level, right? You know what I mean? And there's a lot of them that's supposed to be there and should be there, but they're not. No. So if you're creative enough to be able to hit, and touch different genre, like younger people that listen to all genres of music and middle age, whatever it is, everybody know this song, that do it song or whatever. So it's kind of like, you can't really talk down on her because as she grows, who knows who she's going to be or how she's going to be, down the line. You get what I mean? Because Beyonce wasn't always Beyonce.
Yeah, and sometimes too, I think maybe some people could be comparing you as far as in the rise of how you're coming up. Right. Maybe the quickness of it. It don't have to necessarily mean you sound exactly like Beyonce. I've heard some notes. Some other notes did a little bit sound, you know, because she kind of got that. Because Beyonce got a deeper voice.
Beyonce is where she is because of the way that she sings. And I think everybody knows that. I think she's a great performer. She put 150% into her shows. You know, where she's able to charge $500 to $1,000 for a ticket.
Who would y'all compare Beyonce's voice to? Because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, okay. Nobody, right?
Yeah.
So it's almost like, okay, she's up there by default to me. Because it's not like a Jennifer Hudson versus Fantasia where you have two
soulful,
exactly, voices where you can compare. Like, okay, I know Jennifer Hudson could sing, and I know Fantasia could sing because we could put these two together, and they still can stand. You get what I'm saying, side by side. Yeah. But with Beyonce, it's kind of like, who do you compare her to? I feel like the same way about Rihanna. You know, we were talking about this a little bit before, and personally, I love Rihanna to death, but I don't think that she's
But y'all gotta understand, this is not, you know, 1991 or, you know, in the 80s where everything was based completely on sound. This is about performance. People, like, you look at all of the people that's at the top, you can't say that their voice is like at, you know, up here. Chris Brown, his voice is, there's a lot of people saying better than Chris Brown. He's not, you know what I'm saying, anything up there like a Joe.
No. Chris Brown is up there in terms of singing.
What?
Chris Brown is.
Jennifer.
That boy can sing.
Jen, he can sing, but should he be on top of Joe? Should he be on top of a lot of these? Chris Brown,
okay. Now listen, we'll say this. Now I'm gonna say this. This is what
Chris Brown can sing. I'm a top.
This is what it goes to. This is where it goes to.
It's
now,
your performance.
It's like I tell my daughters all the time when they want. So I say, listen, you got to get that overall grade. You're getting graded for everything as a whole. Now, Beyonce is top of the chart. Now, Beyonce has a voice. I can truly say her and Whitney used to have a voice that, well, no, because that girl Jade, she sounds just like Beyonce. It's not too many people that can sound like Whitney Houston, but we're going to say Beyonce, bring it back with her and Chris Brown. The thing that they have, even with Ciara, is the dancing. Because
Ciara can't sing.
Ciara can't sing, and people wasn't really even looking at her to sing. It was her sexual content. Like, oh my God, Ciara, you're doing all those moves. Nobody knows how to do this. Now, Beyonce is a great performer. This girl can sing and dance and probably just like go on I-95, run fast and be singing and still doing good.
Right. She doesn't get out of breath. She knows what she's doing.
She's been doing this her whole life.
Yes, Jim, but look at Usher. He's been doing his whole life too. He still be out of breath singing.
Yes.
Sometimes you just don't have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. It take a lot.
Not to say that Usher cannot sing.
No, but Usher never was.
Listen,
He never did good performance. Now, when he's taping and he making those music videos, they're taped. He's not singing. It's already just lip sing, right. And then he's moving. But when it's time to go in person, it's like, yeah, you're sweating heavily.
But they sweat. But listen, this girl.
No, I'm just saying he's out of.
How she performs 13, 14 hours.
Yeah.
No eating, no bathroom breaks. She is going
and
hard.
The same thing with Chris Brown. This boy is working. He's dancing with his daughter in his arms.
That's what I'm saying. Chris Brown deserves to be where he at because of
his
performance and the energy he put into it.
And too, he can sing, but guess what? That extraness of that good performance with dancing, because he's number one with dancing, it just made him, and then his style. Let's not forget that. People love the way Chris Brown as a whole, everything. Skateboard dude type, and he has a different, sometimes voices where he sounded like he just woke up in the morning time.
I think
So do we care more about performers or we care more about vocals?
Well,
judging on the current climate of the music
I think it's
industry.
more about performance. I don't think people care about vocals.
So if Whitney Houston came out right now, she wouldn't be as big as it was because nobody cares about singing.
People don't care about singing, Jen. People care more about.
Okay, wait.
People care more about beats. If you got the money to get good producers, they know what to do with your voice, like Chris Brown has. You got people like Beyonce. You got the great producers that know what to do with your voice.
But
the same thing.
Now listen, Neo's in the same thing, which I don't know. But what I'm saying is,
Yeah, Neil
He
has some good songs.
has a couple of ones with the church,
But
and
it's
stuff.
not nothing.
But
where
this
it's
is
like-
what it is. What too? I think everybody has to realize too. What's going on here. And when you just said that, Jen, with Whitney Houston, and this is where it becomes so unfair, because now I remember watching Tamar and Vince, and I thought to myself, darn it. Tamar now, it's her time. She's singing. She can sing really good. Now they brought in 3 people to judge. Like, okay, would you play this? Is this a song that you're going to listen to and play like somewhere? The ages 14, 16, 18. And I said, wow, she's 36. Mm-hmm. And we have the youth that's determining what is in from what's out. And that's when it becomes, to me, a problem and dangerous. I'm not saying that shouldn't have been, but I also feel like this. She's 36 years old. Her music is good, but a lot of it is about relationships, some sexual, whatever it is. It's not really dancing, but why do we have nobody that's even close to her age judging this?
Because those people, guess what? Even nowadays, I feel like the age group goes further away from like R&B music. I feel like R&B music is definitely something of like the 90s. If you grew up in the 90s, early 2000s, you can appreciate R&B music. If not, you care about beats. You don't care about the words. You don't care what nobody is saying. No matter how deep that jive is, you don't even know what the person just got through saying. You know how many people that I've been listening to, and people be in the car, oh, what this song talking about? Like, what this mean? I kind of like this.
Yeah. And then guess
like,
what? At the end of the day, well, look at what you just said, though. Do that not now? Yeah, but guess what? This is when you can say, you know what? This is not fair, because you got people that care about what they're putting out, their word, the message, and that is what's going on. So many people is skipping the message just to hear
let me just say this. Let me just
the
say
coolness
this.
of
Let me
it.
just say this. I'm just gonna put myself out, and that person was me.
Right.
But I feel like the person that Nick was talking about, for clarity, was me.
Right.
I am more of a beat person, where they had us growing up. All of the songs had nice beats. You didn't know what the people were saying. You didn't care what they were saying.
Why you see even
you
rapping,
were able to move
right,
to the song.
And even
right?
rapping is different now.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
No, but you saturate the market with one kind of music, and then you expect other genres to do good. It just doesn't work like that. I grew up with R&B songs that I've been singing since I was a kid. I still don't know what it's about, because I'm only thinking about how it sounds. Mm-hmm. I had to ask Nick, okay, what are they talking about in this? Because you're not paying attention to the words. You really not.
Right.
Well, see, I guess that's where things come, which, okay, for an example, Run DMC versus Snoop Dogg and them. Then you have your Mystical and Juvenile and them, and you got your Young M.A.'s and me M.I.'s and all these people. Now it's a different sound. It's a different whole act. Back with Run DMC, it was cool to just have that beat. Yeah, now I'm bebopping to the stove. I'm gonna open up these potato chips and go. Okay, now that was cool. Now Snoop Dogg and them, they come out like, man, listen, if you rap, you hard. That means you can kill somebody. Mm-hmm. And it does not matter about what we're rapping about. What matters is I'm talking about slinging drugs, having a bunch of chicks, and killing people.
That's it.
Now, that's all that matters. Don't come with that. If you don't know how to do that, you soft. You just talking.
Every generation changes, though.
Yes.
That's the thing.
And
It's
now
like,
the generation is like that thug kind of, the guy, the black young thug, like the, you don't know what it is. I never heard what he said.
This is the first time 2 major genres couldn't coexist.
Yeah.
I feel like even with Tupac and them, or even back to Run DMC and them, you still had soft love music that was mainstream, and people were playing, and people
and you
loved.
knew the difference. You know, the rappers was rappers, the singers were singers.
Yeah.
Now the rappers is singers, the singers is rappers. I don't know what's going on.
But wait.
I'm all mixed up.
Yeah, everybody confused. But nigga, we can't say that because Nate Dogg, he was the singer, you know.
But he was like one of one.
Yeah, but he kind of, if you call me back to me, you know. It actually, that's my jam. But what also, too, I feel like, you know what, and I'm just being honest, and this is where people in positions, they look, it's nothing wrong with the youth, and it does look good but this is who we go to advertise everything, the youth. So then when you get to a certain age with the grown and sexy, don't nobody know how to be grown and sexy.
Nobody come out.
Nobody can't come out because it's like, okay, you just said something in the song, but because you kind of don't got the beat to it and you ain't really got this going on, it's like, okay, you're not really popping like the people what they were saying with Jasmine. No, but everybody on that feeling, so I can't even say that because everybody.
But look how much songs and record albums she had to come out with for to come out with something like that, where it's like basically it's like, okay, you know what? Forget about love. I don't care about that. There has to be something like that.
But all of her songs was a hit. Busting the window, busting the windows, the Tigers, but this one is just a hit. I got all her CDs, and you know that.
Which one is
every last one.
Pick up your feelings.
Pick up your feelings.
Okay.
But no, what I'm saying is though, the last album, which one was it?
They did good.
Cynthia.
No,
it did okay. It didn't do. It didn't hit. What song hit mainstream? 10 seconds. I think that did. 10
seconds. That was way, maybe 10 years ago. Her last thing was, okay, I forgot the song, but you know I had the CD. Yeah. No, all her music do good.
Let It Burn.
Yeah, Let It Burn. All of her stuff do good, but the thing is with the promotion stuff, I really do feel, which we do know this, it's not right. Your look plays into a lot of stuff with what's going to happen to you.
Like that's why she's where she's in.
No, because Bust the Windows, all of her stuff been a hit.
Cynthia,
every song has been a hit.
Listen, it's not the fact that it's a hit, right? Yeah, it's a hit.
Because everybody knows her. Everybody knows her.
What I'm trying to say is, right, should somebody like whoever, some of these young girls, right? Should they be on top of or sell more records?
Even Halle and Chloe.
Chloe and Halle.
Yeah.
Should they voice-wise, should they sell more records than Jasmine Sullivan?
And you have people like even Kiki Wyatt saying that people who don't have voices is much higher than she.
Because guess why? But guess why though? What is the reason?
Because she's older.
No, why, Jen?
Her body?
No, Gin and Juice. Why? I bet. Come on, Jen, you got it.
Because of the words? What is this?
Yeah, tell it, because I don't know.
So nobody don't know.
No.
Gin and Juice. Y'all don't know.
No, we don't know. Tell us.
You know why? You know why? Because we got a part 3 to this, and we finna go. And we're going to say it in part 3. That's why. Jen, come on. Let us out.
All right, guys. See y'all in our next video to continue discussing this hot topic.
All right. Next video, guys.